Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the New England Racing Show, Manchester, New Hampshire, Channel 23. Also on YouTube, and like us on Facebook. You'll get the show automatically on your Facebook page. Well, this past Saturday night, July 26th, we were at Waterford Speedbowl. The Northeast Midget Association had their Shane Hammond Memorial Race. Shane was a young man who lost his life in a midget accident at Thompson 5 years ago. And his mom has taken up I don't want to say a crusade or whatever, to ensure safety of midget drivers. So this was to benefit her fund. And the feature right here was 27 laps, and it's just about to start. Outside front row is Seth Carlson, who takes the lead from 30 car. And he's off to the races, so to say. John Zitch, second place in the black car. And I believe that's Michael Barnes in the red car, the 85, third. Sometimes you just hit it just right on your handling, and you're untouchable that night. And it looks like this was it for Seth. That's Todd Bertrand in the 39. Avery Store in the red car in front there. They're having a good battle for second. Avery, Todd Bertrand, Michael Barnes. Waterford Speedbowl is, I believe, a 3/8 mile. Nice long straightaways, pretty flat corners, down in Waterford, Connecticut, near the southern coast. A little bit past Mohegan Sun, if that means anything to people. And there's Randy Cabral, the second car there. They usually start him near the back, but it doesn't matter because he usually ends up near the front anyway. And he's trying to get by Michael Barnes. And he's just about got him there on the outside. And now we'll see if he can chase down the leaders. Pretty difficult without a yellow, and the leaders get a half a lap ahead of you. And that's about what they are, a half a lap ahead. Seth is just flying here. That's Avery. Seth is ahead of him. Avery and Todd Bertrand, the car on the right, passing a lap car. speed of these NEMA cars is just unbelievable. Wherever they go, they're pretty much the fastest cars of any division at that track, except for maybe the ISMA Supers. There's a 7 of Alan Chambers, 2-car team. The 5, the gold car is Bethany's store, Avery's sister. A good driver in her own right. There's Seth Carlson actually about to lap these cars. And there's a battle for second. Zitch, Storr, and Bertrand. No mirrors, so John Zitch probably isn't sure how many cars are right on him, if any, until he sees a nose or hears them behind him. Seth's being a little careful now. He doesn't want to get caught up in a wreck with a lap car, knowing that the end of the feature is coming up. And that was it. Over like that. 7 minutes. Drive 150 miles to race for 7 minutes. It's not quite that easy, but we end up spending the whole day there. And there's Seth, the winner, by a large margin. Funny, the first 3 drivers are Seth Carlson. He's about 24, 25 years old. Avery Storr's 20, right there with 15. And Todd Bertrand's about 24, 25 years old.
He ought to be in the landscaping business because he was digging like crazy today. We're talking about Todd Bertrand. Wow, what a race. Yeah, that was a fast-paced race. We didn't have anyone to watch. I was hoping we'd get on there at the end and cool down tired, but I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank you for putting on a great race tonight. This is a great race in terms of Shane Memorial and Chad Marguglio did a great job putting this entire thing together. Congratulate Seth Carlson. I didn't one year. He's always struggled here, so I'm happy for him and Avery. Well, we had a good run to the front. It was just all about we got a better start than we got it. But I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Plant US Hartford, Full Moonshine, West Star Mortgage, Plastic Coatings, and Filters. Great run, Todd. Thanks a lot. He was digging all the way.
That's Todd Bertrand.
Finished third. In second place, another guy that was not a care is Avery Storr. Just
Avery Store.
these 3 races in a week that NEMA had. And Avery, tell us about your run.
The car was just great. Carl and we were making adjustments all day long with my dad. The car was just awesome in the future. I mean, it would have been nice getting a car to see if I could go around that, but great job to those guys that been working hard. Great to have a top around.
Congratulations on second place.
Thank you. Let's thank Skaters Edge, Motor Cars, Special Performance, everybody that came out tonight, Waterford for having us. Jen for putting on the great. It's everybody. Thank you.
Avery Store comes home in second. Another guy that wished the caution flag had flown, but unfortunately for those guys it did. Fortunately for this guy, we're talking about Seth Carlson. We'll turn him around so everybody can see him and talk to us about that race. I mean, man, you set a blistering pace.
We've been struggling with the car a little bit all year. We really hit it at Evans Mills, but other than that, we've been struggling a little bit. Made some changes. And it worked out for the better. I definitely want to thank Gene Feigl and my dad. Without them, I would never be here. And I didn't know Shane, but hearing stories from Randy and a bunch of other people, he seems like a really great guy. So this one's fair.
So those 2 guys that finished behind you were hoping for a caution flag. I bet you weren't.
Yeah, and when you're out front, you're always hoping it stays green, but even if the caution came out, I think we would have been all right.
Congratulations on a very dominant win tonight. Thank you. Seth Carlson's in victory lane for the second time in 2014, and now he will receive the Shane Hammond Memorial Trophy from Shane's mom, Deb Mabulio, making the presentation as we have another winner of the Shane Hammond Memorial race here at the Waterford Speedbowl.
And now they have the SK Modified feature. It's a weekly division, and this night was the Charlie Mitchell Memorial race. Charlie was a long-time motorsports journalist and lived in Connecticut, and a very respected writer. And this is a memorial race to him. He had his family on hand as the honorary starters and everything. This race is 35 laps. A lot of side-by-side action. Really great crowd at Waterford, which is good to see, knowing the state of short track racing nowadays. I don't think anything could beat the crowd at Seacon last Wednesday night. They estimated 5,000 to 7,000 people. That was for the third leg of the Tri-Track Modified Series. And the Boston League for the Olympics. One of the early leaders, the red and white car, is Ed Coolio, number 7. He's in 3rd place right now. Another car moving up behind him is Tyler Chadwick. Another young driver, I believe he's about 26 years old. And those 20-somethings are dominating racing right now. And Ted Christopher's in this race. He's 50-something. And I guess they like to pick on him. In fact, Ted was on the cover of Speedway Illustrated magazine. He's sort of a villain, and they had an article on drivers you love to boo, and that was Ted right on the cover. So there's Ed Pulio and Tyler Chadwick out in front now. Behind them is Ted Christopher, TC in the 13, and Keith Rocco's there in the 88. Keith, I believe, was third in NASCAR points for the entire nation last year, because he runs so many different divisions here at Waterford. Late models, SKs, and he accumulated a lot of NASCAR points. Ended up finishing, I believe it was third, might have been second. But that's quite an achievement. Okay, we got a spin here. There's your first yellow of the night. It's Ed Pulio, Tyler Chadwick, Ted Christopher, Keith Rocco. Jeff Rocco behind him, the 57, a few positions behind him. Tyler Chadwick takes the lead in the restart. Well, they didn't like the way he jumped the gun, so they called it back and they'll do it over. It's supposed to be the leader that sets the pace on the restart. But if you're on the outside, you can't just sit there and wait for him. That's what happens. You end up falling back a car. But Tyler's hanging in there. Another accident on the front stretch. 98, Frank Mucciacciaro. Looks like he has a little oil fire there. That's got to be put out. Sometimes they burn out on their own. But there's the Waterbury Cellar Savers on the scene. See if they can get the fire extinguisher to work. Yep, we got it out. Tyler and Julio side by side pretty much. This division really has some good racing. A lot of slamming and banging too. I look on the internet, you always see pictures of well, it looks like Ed Pulio might have gotten a shot from Tyler in the back that spun him around. I'm not sure. I watched it a couple of times in slow-mo, and at first I thought he spun on his own, but I'm not sure. So it's Ed Pulio, Tyler Chadwick, and the 56 there of Nicole Morgillo got caught up in that. And Nicole, I think, had to go off on the hook. Here's an example of lap 20. Example of cars getting torn up there at Waterford. Fortunately, they have a big field, so they usually get out there in a week or two, get back out. So there's Ted Christopher in the lead, Keith Rocco on the outside. Two hard-nosed racers right there. Neither one of them gives an inch. And it doesn't seem like it's Bowman Gray where they just wreck each other. These guys have respect for each other. Oh, nice inside move by Rocco. Crossover and gets under TC. And in third, there's 47 of Tim Jordan hanging right in there too. Rocco's able to open up a lead of a couple of car lengths. And that's what you need to avoid getting hit on the last lap. Not that TC would do anything like that. And in fourth, the blue car, I believe that's Rob Janovic. That's why Keith wins so many races, because he's always has a good car, and he's one of the best drivers too. There's third and fourth, Timmy Jordan and Rob Janovic. Janovic giving Tim Jordan a little bump. But that's racing. That's modified racing anyway. You don't really do that in midgets or supers much. One to go. And Keith Rocco takes it. Ted Christopher second. Tim Jordan third. Rob Janovic fourth. And Jeff Rocco fifth.
I just missed this out tonight, two nights, so this is the kind of run we should have. We could finish third when we have a bad night, and the car wasn't that great tonight, so, you know, I think I'm happy with it. I think we're going to take it home and work on it, bring it back, because, you know, we should be up here. We work really hard, we have good sponsors, and you guys are good fans for hanging out tonight, so we're a week along, but we're on the small side of it. Well, the step in the right
Tim
direction
Jordan
for the
in
driver of
47.
car number 47,
Third place.
Tim Jordan. And now it is time to talk to our second place driver, car number 13. He had a big time fan tonight, Hall of Famer Don LaJoy, and he watches his driver finishing second, Ted Christopher. You have the lead. What happened?
We were just too tight. We were trying to tight up all night, and just never could get it right, and just too tight. So
I know you had a pretty big fan tonight, Hall of Famer Don LaJoy. What did he tell you when he came over to your car before the race?
I said congratulations, so it was good. And, it's good run. Would like to win for him, and Charlie Mitchell, but we'll take it to second place.
There he is in second place tonight, Ted Christopher.
Ted Christopher.
And his nephew,
A legend, really.
Jr. on Friday night, his first ever win at Saturn. So it was a pretty good weekend for the Christopher family.
And the winner, Keith Rocco.
History tonight. SK Modified, win number 62. He is tied with Dennis Gaten on the all-time win list, Keith Rocco. Back-to-back tonight in the late models, in the SK Modifieds. You made a razzle-dazzle move on Ted Christopher. Explain it.
Yeah, what better way to win 62 than racing against Ted. That was a lot of fun. He ran me hard, and that's the way I like to win them down here. But it's always a great racing with him. Gotta thank all my sponsors: Belton Motors, Vinny Vito, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, FMR, D&G Canadian, RRJ Associates, and my whole team. They're awesome.
This is the trophy, the Charlie Mitchell Trophy that Keith Rocco has won tonight. Any incidents at all getting through the field?
Yeah, just when they were 2x2 up front, it was pretty hard racing. Cool, shattered side by side. It was just a matter of time before they pinned out, and once they pinned out, we picked up the battle pretty hard.
What is going to be more meaningful to you? Number 63 in the SKs or number 100 overall victories here at the Speedbowl? You are closing in on both.
Yeah, I think right now 62 is a pretty good number, and I'm really happy Tiny Dennis Gaten. When I was a kid, I used to come here and watch him, and he was about to eat back then to be able to tie the amount of wins he got. It's pretty impressive.
Well, the man to beat now, and the man to beat tonight, the driver of car number 88.
And that's it. Congratulations to Keith Rocco winning the Charlie Mitchell Memorial Race. And congratulations to Seth Carlson winning the Shane Hammond Memorial Race. So I guess that does it for today's show. This coming week will probably be at Lee Speedway, and we'll bring you some racing action from there. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.